morning, good afternoon, good night, goodbye. My name's Robin O'Neill. How are you guys? This is me reading stuff. I'm an artist who loves literature and poetry more than anything under the sun. So what I do here is share that love with you in hopes that I can, get you even more excited about words, or introduce you to writers, or remind you of writers you used to love that now that you have a busy adult life you haven't thought about in a while. So that's what I'm doing here, and I'm also just checking in and hoping everyone's doing all right. That's kind of the other big goal, because there's a lot of hope and energy put out towards all of you who listen that everything's okay, that we're all going to be all right. A reminder that we're all in this together, that we really are doing our best, even when we're doing a shitty job at everything, and that I'm right here with you, wishing for your success, encouraging you to work harder, but to also take good care of yourself while you do it. If you ever need someone to talk to you about how dangerous it is to work hard without taking care of yourself, I will be there for you as long as you buy me French fries and coffee. I keep saying, I'm feeling it and I'm getting angry at myself. I've said it like 15 times already and I'm only a minute and a half in. If you take me to French fries and coffee and you ask me about how I pretty much almost died from working too hard, I will do that. I will tell you the warning signs. I will encourage you to take a step back and to get some sleep. And now I'm good at it. I kind of have a balanced life. Right now, by the way, I'm coming at you from another mystery location, and I feel like I'm never going to be home. I feel like I'm never going to get to work on my drawings again. I feel like all I have done is travel and do other things, and I'm about to lose my mind. Because for me, sanity is within the walls of my studio and also within my throat when coffee is being injected into it constantly. With those two things, I'm sane and I'm happy and I'm charged and I'm powered up. But I'm running on empty in a lot of different ways, and I have said yes to many, many things, and it's time for me to start to say no. So a lot of my friends who live in town don't listen, but for those of you who do, I'm going to need your understanding. I love you. I'm here for you whenever you need me for something really serious, like if something's wrong. But other than that, I'm going underground, babies. I've got to just close myself out, or I'm going to lose my shit. And trust me, no one wants to be there for that. Okay, time to move on. I wanted to read to you guys a poem. You know what? I'll start with the one that I didn't get to read last time. Remember last episode I read you Carl Sandburg's Wilderness, which I had a lot of positive responses. We all loved that. I mean, come on, that poem. There is a wolf in me. I mean, it's just amazing. So remember Carl Sandburg, American-based poet from Chicago. Here's the poem I did not get to read. And this is the one my friend Matthew, I think he told me this was his mother's very favorite poem of his. Maybe not, but we did talk about it. So here we go. It's called Grass. Pile the bodies high at Austerlitz and Waterloo. Shovel them under and let me work. I am the grass. I cover all. And pile them high at Gettysburg. And pile them high at Ypres and Verdun. Shovel them under and let me work. 2 years, 10 years, and passengers ask the conductor, what place is this? Where are we now? I am the grass. Let me work. That was again from his book Cornhusker, published in 1918. I'll put a link again. You guys need to buy the complete poems of Carl Sandburg. I'm pretty sure most of you will. Wow, that's pretty. What am I talking about? That's such a stupid thing that I just said. I'm pretty sure most of you will go buy that book, right? I'm not pretty sure of that. I don't know anything. I don't know anything anymore. Whoa, I'm getting worked up. I can feel my body getting worked up. All right. It's both in anger, in frustration, and in passion. It's all of those things rolled into one. That trio gets me excited. It wakes me up, I'll tell you that. Okay, and next I wanted to read you from a poet, a Czech poet. His name is Miroslav Holub. He was born in 1923. He died in 1998. He was both a scientist and a poet. And within science, he was specifically an immunologist. There's a poem of his that's too long for me to read, but I want to go ahead and everyone get out your little composition notebooks and write this down. Please read Interferon. I don't know if you can, I consider it an epic poem. It's not that long. There's something about it though, and I really would love to read it out loud to you guys, but it would be too long. So please go read that. Miroslav Holub considered poetry a pastime rather than a career. And he said, and I quote, "I'm afraid that if I had all the time in the world to write my poems, I would write nothing at all." And being that so many of us are frustrated with our lives in that we'd never feel like we have enough time to do what we want, me included, that's why I'm frustrated. That's what I was just talking about. And pretty much all of the friends I care about are going through that right now. I think that's a good way to look at it, just because in reality, most of us do have all of these other things, whether it be being an immunologist, whether it be being a teacher or whatever it is, parent, accountant, Olympian. We all have too much that's taking us away from our art, whatever that may be. And it's frustrating, but that's a part of it. And also go read Ann Boyer's Garments Against Women. I've said it before. I've read her many times. And if you didn't hear those episodes, go back and listen to my Ann Boyer episodes. And she speaks a lot about this and about what it's like to be living in poverty and trying to make art. So that's my recommendation to you. Without further ado, let me read to you Miroslav Holub's dreams. They sap man's substance as moon the dew. A rope grows erect from the crown of the head. A black swan hatches from a pebble. And a flock of angels in the sky is taking an evening class on the skid pan. I dream, so I dream. I dream that 3 times 3 is 9, that the right-hand rule applies, and when the circus leaves the trampled ground, will once more overgrow with grass. Yes, grass. Unequivocal grass. Just grass. Ooh. All right, that is from Poems and Before. That is from Blood Axe Books. I will put a link where you can buy this book on the description of the podcast. That poem really is like a knife through my heart for some reason, in a good way. Well, I just realized I did 2 grass poems. That was an unplanned thematic event, and you're here for it, and so am I. Come fuck with me over on Instagram and Twitter, you guys. I am at ROBYN_ONEIL. I've been exceptionally annoying on both of those sites lately, and I apologize. It's just because I've had a lot to kind of plug. But that plugging is over. So now I'll just be myself, and hopefully I will calm down and not tweet or Instagram post as much. Because there's nothing worse than people who post more than, well, I don't know. There's no hard, fast rule. But on Instagram, when I see like 18 posts in 14 minutes, I honestly like, are they about to die and this is their last ditch effort to get people to notice something? I don't understand. And I did 4 posts in one day, which I have never done. And I'm so sorry right now. So I'm done with that. Twitter, you can tweet all you want, by the way. And I just want to say for the record, Twitter, much more useful and important than Instagram or Facebook. Twitter is where it's at. I love Twitter, and I love you. You guys, thank you so much for listening to me and dealing with all of my bullshit. Again, you can subscribe to this podcast on iTunes or Podomatic. Just hit the subscribe button. That's all you do. And if you feel like you might want to give me a star rating or a review, I'm pretty sure that's pretty easy to do too, but no pressure. And if you don't like this podcast, I apologize. I'm not for everybody. Nobody is. I can handle it. Until Thursday, I hope you guys have a wonderful beginning of your week. I want to thank you again for always being so engaged, for being some of the nicest people out there. I will talk to you guys again on Thursday. And until then, I hope you have a wonderful beginning of your week. Be kind to yourself. I love you, and goodbye.